So I'm not going to take him straight to the trailer and say, load up. I'm going to see first, because he just came out of a stall, I'm going to see what frame of mind he's in, if he's calm, if he's responsive to my requests, if he's relaxed. Just kind of see where he's at. If I ask him to back, can he back with lightness? So I ask, release, ask, release, ask, release. Good. 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 So him just shaking and licking his lips, because he had a little tension when you took the fly mask off and it got stuck on one side of his face. So that was just him releasing it. I'm just asking for him to move his hind end or front end over, his hind end over, his front end over, his hind end over. Can you back? Can I send you to the right? Can I send you by the trailer? You know, how does he, I want to see his expressions. What's he think when we go by the trailer? He licked his lips, his head didn't go up. That was really nice.
We used to get tied to the trailer when we were saddling and stuff like that.
Now I'm going to ask his hind end to move away. Hi. I'm going to ask him to go the other way around the trailer. And this way he kind of, because it's been like, what did you say, 6 years at least since he's been in the trailer? 4 years? Okay. Okay. So, because it's been a few years, you know, I don't want to just take him right up to it and send him right in. Now, see right there, when he went by, he came closer to me and a little further away from the trailer. So these are just things that I'm going to look at before I ask him to go in the trailer. You know, how do you feel about just even being next to it? If he wanted to stop and smell it, I would let him. That time he went closer to the trailer. There we go. Change direction. So that's really nice. I'm going to ask him to move his hind end away. Good. Change direction. And I'm just going to take him around the back of the trailer and just say, I'm not going to ask him in yet. If he wants to go in, that's fine. But I'm just going to have him look at it. What do you think of it? So he's smelling it. That was really nice.
May I give him a carrot?
Good.
May I give him a carrot?
Yeah. Good. That was really good.
You remember this.
See, and if he wanted to turn around and come out, that would be okay too.
Yes, but we have to work on him backing out because typically I have more horses.
Okay.
He backs up.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask him to please back up. But what I meant was, is if he got scared and needed to come out, I would say, okay, but then I'd say, let's try it again.
Yes.
Yes, work your feet. Yes, there you go. And see, I let him take as much time as it needs because I want him thinking his way out and not being worried and panicking his way out. So the thing I see that he is going to need the most of is just that practice backing out, because he wasn't feeling really, he was doing it, but he was nervous about it, not sure about his footing, not sure when he was going to, you know, when he was going to be hitting the ground.
I never rush them.
Okay, good, good.
Because of that. They don't know where that drop off is.
Right,
They need to feel their way.
right. And that was really nice.
That's why that bumper is so nice.
And so now he's licking his lips. I know that I have a ramp on mine, and my ramp is like, because I practice all the time in there. And then it's important, right after he comes out, to just let him lick his lips, think about that, feel good about that. So I won't go straight back in. I'll come over here for a minute, and then I'll ask again, because I don't want him thinking it's just about the trailer, because then he's going to get more anxiety. But if I walk him away for a minute, and then I go back, it gives him a chance to kind of decompress, relax for a moment, make sure that he doesn't have pent-up energy in him from that, and then ask again. But that was really nice, because I hadn't even asked him in the trailer. I just had him buy it, and it was his choice to go in. So that was very nice.
I like that. That was very good.
Change direction. So right now he just sighed. He had dropped his head a little bit lower. So he's relaxed, so I'll go ahead and ask him in again. Because when I ask him in, I want him going in thinking and calm, but not worried. Good. And if he doesn't want to, see he's backing up, I'm just going to bring him over here, and I'm going to ask again.
So you don't encourage him while he's standing?
Well, it depends. It depends. Like right now, okay, he was saying, I checked where his hoof prints were right there, and this time I'll ask for just a little bit more. So, yeah, I'd have you move just a little bit.
I just want to make sure the door is the way he parked it, I can't secure it.
Yeah. So I'm going to start asking for a little bit more progress, but I want him going in and being confident about it. If he wants to go by, that's okay. For right now.
Yeah, well, when you did so good, starting out.
Good. Good. I'm going to have him just go by this way. Good. Good. Very nice. I've got his cookies right here. I know. That's okay. So I'm going to ask him out in a moment, so. So I'm only asking for one step at a time. Like I ask, then I release. So I just put a little bit of pressure on the halter. Good job. Good job. So that time he came out better. He wasn't as worried. And so that's why I think the second time going in, he was a little bit more hesitant, because when he came out, there was some worry and concern about backing out of the trailer. So it's about building his confidence to be able to go in and to come out. To where, because we want them to just be able to not have that concern. So we have to practice a few times, and that one was better. That one was better coming out. It took a few tries to have him go in, but then he was willing to go in. I know, you're a cookie monster. Yes, you are. So, if he wouldn't have gone in, and I was watching where he stepped over here. So that second time asking him to go in, he, came to about here, and then he backed away. So the next time he came, I'm going to ask for him to go past that line, even if it's an inch, just a little bit more effort than before. And if he smells the trailer, if he's pawing at the ground, I allow all that, because he's trying to figure it out. So while he's trying to figure it out, I leave him alone. But each time I come up, I'm asking for just a little bit more advancement. And so I'm not telling him to go in the trailer. I'm just saying, can you give it more try than your last time? And once he does try, then I let him go away, and then I'll bring him back and ask again. Because we want that level-headedness when he goes in. We don't want the worry. I'm going to just ask him to go around it again. Now I'm going to tell him he needs to try. And I blocked him from being able to go around it this way. He's smelling. This is where I leave him alone. Because I want him to think his way in. Now he's licking his lips. Okay, so he backs up. I'll say that's okay. Because eventually we want that low head. We want him walking in like it's no big deal. We want him coming out like it's no big deal. And even though the first time he went in right away, he went in with a little bit of anxiety. You couldn't really see it because he wasn't real obvious about it. But I could feel the tension inside of him, and especially when we were trying to come out. Good.
Good boy. Good boy, buddy. Good boy.
So now I'm going to ask him back out. Ask, release, ask, release, ask, release. And I don't care how long it takes because I want him thinking his way out instead of being reactionary and worrying his way out. Because then he'll never get any better. Good.
Good boy.
Good. So it was really important that when he came up here and he smelled the trailer, that I leave him alone because he's thinking. He's thinking when he's doing that. Or if he's pawing the ground, he's trying to figure out how he can get in there and be safe. I want them to be safe and relaxed when I take them somewhere, and it's not going to happen if they go in there worried. I tie them up worried. Then there's going to be anxiety all through the trip. And I want him going that the trailer's no big deal. Good. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
And see, so I don't care if he can't go in right away. My job is just to help him be more confident about going in and coming out. Yeah, good boy. And that last time I let him circle around here, and then he thought about taking that same door away. So I just stepped in the way and I kind of blocked it. I make sure I kind of block his eye, that I get in the way. And so I only had the only open door was to go in there. Now, you got to be really careful with that because you want to make sure that they're not going to try to plow through you. So I want to be in a position to where if he felt the urgency to go by me, that he could without me getting knocked over. But I'm just trying to block him, and I saw right away he was responsive and going, okay, I see that's the only open door. So safety always first. So with my stick and string back here, I just create a little bit of commotion if I need to. So now he's feeling more confident about the trailer. When he goes in, I give him a treat. I pet him. I tell him he's a good boy. I give him a moment in here before I ask him out. I want to make sure that he's relaxed, that his nostrils are not flared, that he's not starry-eyed, that his head's not real high. And he's showing me that he's pretty relaxed right now because I don't see any negative signs. So if his head was high, if he was starry-eyed, if his nostrils are flaring, any of those signs, I try to wait for a little bit of relaxation before I asked him out. Otherwise, I'm teaching him to worry while he's in there. If I ask him out while he's worried, he's going to stay in that worried frame of mind. But if I can get him to relax in there a little bit before I ask him out, then I'm creating more relaxation.
So, once we get them in and out with no worry, tying them up in there and letting them be calm is the next step because.
Yeah. And then I'd put maybe some feed bags in and just have them all come in and eat in there for a little bit and then take them out and just get them used to spending a little bit of time in there. And then what I would do is then I might take them out for 5 or 10 minutes, drive somewhere. Just drive around here for 5 or 10 minutes, come back, let them relax in here before you let them out. Just let their emotions come down. Because once the trailer's moving, it's going to create a little bit of concern. So just let them relax in there a little bit and then ask them out. So do a few small trips just around here. Instead of taking them, because I know you want to go to Colorado with them, but instead of taking them they haven't been in the trailer for 4 years, instead of putting them in, taking them on a long trip, do some small trips so they see that they're going to survive through that. It's not a big deal. So they can learn to relax a little bit and know that it's not, oh my God, I'm stuck in here for 10 hours or something, Well,
it might be that we start coming over your place.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be.
Yeah, that would be great.
Kind of a good short trip, and then we can take them out, let them relax. I mean,
Yes.
have a lesson. And come
Yes.
back.
So that's where I would end with him today, because that last time he went in right away.
Very well.
I asked him and he just went, okay, I'm going in without any concern. So I want him keeping that memory. And then, you can try again later today if you want, or tomorrow, or whatever you want to do. But I want him be like he's in a good frame of mind right here. His head is low, he's blinking, he's licking his lips. He's relaxed, the nostrils are not flared, he's not breathing heavy. He's looking for a treat instead. So this is the frame of mind I want them in when they go in and when they come out.
Good. Okay. Excellent. All right.
Okay.